All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ivy's gaming channel. Welcome back to Timberborn, little beaver boys. I don't know. So we did not notice this last time. Look at all these luscious trees that have come in. So that's going to be really good. We're going to get like 6 logs from each one of these once the lumberjacks get to work. I don't know, we might put one down here. I haven't decided really what I'm doing with this path, but that's excellent. And that sets us up really good for this other forester. Some things that I was thinking of lately. We are going to be prepared to do an observatory. So with the stuff that we have here, this makes perfect sense. We're going to come on here. I'm probably just going to change this out for a 3-way, maybe do a step up and bring that observatory up there, just for the aesthetics of it for now. So that's my plan. Observatory number 1, number 2, apartment complex. So I found some plans from another streamer. Looks really good, so we're gonna start using that. It's gonna be a really good place for the beavers to hang out and live in, and they'll have everything they need right there. They'll still be far from work, but it's really easy to just build that in a modular fashion, and you can build that almost anywhere. So that's going to be our next thing that we'll work on. All right, so let's get stuck in. Beavers, get to work. All right, so haven't destroyed that yet, but those are good. We're just going to close those for now. We don't need those open at all, so you can see the water starting to come in, bad water coming in here. We have this water coming in. Since we left these down, like we weren't losing water, there was no escaping water, so there was no point in trying to, do anything else. You can see we're still about half a tile, so we didn't lose a lot to evaporation, but we will always lose some. And they're doing really good with the carrots. Potatoes are up. And they're ready to harvest. We just don't have anything set up for them to, store them. But the apartment complex is going to take care of that. Sadly, that's not where I really want that log. I don't want this large pile here, log pile. So we're going to have to do something with those. So where do we want that apartment complex? Like realistically, this is the spot that we want. So maybe that's high priority. We have too many high priority things going on right now. So while we get some other stuff built, and once we start seeing some movement on this stuff, then we'll know that the higher priority stuff has been done and we can move into the apartment complex. So in the meantime, we are going to demolish this. For power, we are going to need power, but we're just going to do a 3-way here. And then we can do a step up. So a high power shaft, we can go up this way because we can just put a raised platform in. A raised platform, we can put in that. So that's just a quick 90. And then we can talk about where do we want to put this observatory, which we need just a little bit more science. That's going to be science well spent. Oh, what do we need? We need pine resin. Okay, so if we need pine resin, then we need a tapper shack. Have to have that. So we talked about this earlier. I didn't really want to spend that right now, but it makes sense to do that. Because these pine trees, you can see they're already giving us some sap. That's what the little droplets are on there. And that'll be good because we're gonna have chestnuts. We could probably start gathering those. Let's see, have we? Oh, we have gathered those. So they are in range of the gatherer. So the gatherer's picking up these. The gatherer's also picking up these because we do not have them all marked for cutting. You can see I may do one more row not marked for cutting. That gives us 5 by 4, so 20, and then another 20 plus a few, and then we have our pine trees. And then anything that we do over here will just be purely for cutting. Because you don't really need a whole lot of stuff gathered for those items. And we do have a lumberjack working here, so that's helping us get some trees. All right. So we can't really build that until we get our 1,000 science. So we're going to be a little behind. I don't know that I really want... We have a lot of building projects already going on. So I don't know that it's going to be helpful to have yet another thing to build. Especially with the 7 vacancies. So we're only at 28 beavers. If we start lining out what we want for that apartment complex, maybe we'll see. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to start building it out, and it looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus a road around it, so it's 10 squares wide. It's a block of 10. So let's see what we have here. Oh wow, I totally missed that when I was doing that by hand last time. So we'll straighten that out. That was gross. Alright, so that road's straightened out. So let's count what we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're 2 away if we were to build off that. So we could either move this a couple so that we could fit it in, or we just find another place to put it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Oh, that's really good. It's gonna work really well right in this spot. So, you know, we have this. We're just gonna... Nope. I mean, we could destroy it. It looks like we only lose what we would lose from... we'd lose 1 log by destroying that. I don't know that I want to do that right now. We'll just set that to empty. We have some other places around. Here we go. Put wood in there. So our high priority things are starting to be taken care of. Let's look at this again and see what we have prioritized. They should be starting to work on this stuff. And they are. They're working on that wheel. Okay. So we're in a good position. Let's get those prioritized as well. Same priority. And we want this one to be a high priority, and awesome. So we do have... So this is food, so that's going to be high priority already. We have our aquatic farmhouse built. If you remember, we were working on that last time. So who's not working? Let's check this. So we have spares 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So again, we're still in the hauling post is where our spare beavers go. So while we are 7 vacancies, it's all in the hauling post, and that's okay. So we just need to find who's going to work here. It looks like there are people to work here. They just don't have anything to do because we have not set planting for them yet. So let's go ahead and start getting some spatter dock ready. Spiderdock, they can just grill on its own. Cattail has to be has to have processing, so it has to be thrown through the grist mill and broken down that way. But now these little boys are going to get to work. Maybe we'll just do cattails just here for now. That'll look kind of cute. How far can they reach? They can reach all the way up to there. So it'll look kind of cute. It'll make this look a little more realistic for whatever we don't harvest. I'm gonna do that full. We may as well do this one full. And that'll kind of look like, you know, there's a little bit of spillover over here. You got some cattails that are starting to grow outside where we really want. Maybe we'll just put them in here too. There we go. I'm gonna put in a little bit more spatterdock, just right in that area, and that'll give them a little bit more to do. We'll go all the way to there. So we got our farms going, got that going. Our trees are starting to look really good. We do have this set to empty. So let's talk about what we need for this. It looks like there's some things that we don't have just yet. There's like some things like shrubbery and little things that we would need to add for aesthetics. But the rest of it is just warehouses and houses. So we're going to go into housing. We're going to pause it for a second. First thing we need is a lodge. And that needs to be 2 away from that row. And it needs to be facing out. Then we're going to skip one, put another lodge. Let me see. Let me count this again. 1, 2, 1. Wait. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's right. We had plenty of space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If anything, I would just move this over 1 just for, you know, my aesthetics. All right. So we have the 2 houses, and we'll have another space, and then this road will go in here. So how do we go in 1 over? Like, I thought it was going to be perfect, but I guess I miscounted. All right. So now we have that started. We're going to put in 2 of those. And what that means is, so each thing's going to be pretty much the same. We're going to have another house on top here, and we're going to rotate it. Maybe. There we go. So it looks like that. This one is going to be outside. So again, it's the same. Here, skip one. Here. And then we need that tree out of the way. Is that right? No. That's not right. We need these out of here as well. So did not do that right. There we go. Skip one here. And then to make this match, here, skip one here. And then this one would be just like that. It'd be right here. But we're not doing that, so there, and then skip one there. So that's the foundation of the outside. And now for the inside, we have one here. We have one here. One here. And one here. So as you can see, you start coming in, your roads are matching up. We go across here. We go across here. We go across here. And we go across here. So we have a nice little area in the center. You can see they all go up. We may have to clean out some of that, but that's okay. Because we're going to have to put some stairs in here at some point. So, let's see how that works. So for entertainment, that's going to help us here too. We also have well-being, rooftop terrace. You can see how nice that looks. That faces in and goes here. And we need our 2, 2, 2. All right, so now we need to go to well-being, rooftop terrace. That goes inside. So now that's there. All right. Next step is you get one there and one there. So you can see how this is starting to grow out. And now, like I said, I went too far with that. So we're going to destroy that one. And we're going to destroy that one. And steps. Steps. So that takes care of that and that. And I'm only looking at a static image here for now. Now let's talk about storage. We have a medium warehouse. What's that look like? So you can see that'll go in there like that. We'll be able to put some food in, and then diagonal, when we get this one done, it'll go on this side. So you can see how they all kind of fit together. So now we need another stair here. Got that down. Looks like that goes here. That goes here. That goes there. And like you can kind of start working on things like this can go to a higher level, but we don't need that many houses for beavers yet. The other thing is, as you continue to go up and up and up, then it starts getting to where it's like less efficient. All right, we're just gonna let them go with that for now, and we'll see what they start building. We can start putting this road in, put this path in, going across here. And you can see this little boy's getting to work. I mean, it's halfway there. 90, 90. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to destroy it anyway. And then we'll just be able to do our housing. Right, like so. Warehouse. Right, like so. Looking at a different screen for this. So we need to remove that one. I got way too path happy. Remove that one. There we go. So it's like a pinwheel is what you should have been working off of. And then you can see we have that here and that here. So now we have steps going to all these places. If we were to put a path down, put the path here, path there, path there, path there. So you can see they can get in, they can get out. This stair go up to here. This stairs go up to, it goes up to here. This goes up to here. So it's taking care of those two items. Now in the center, we can do 4 more. And what that'll do is allow them a way to get up here. We may have to put paths because we could put some kind of, you know, feature in the center as we get more decoration. We can put like a monument, maybe like a farmer monument or something. It's 1,000. We don't have 1,000 yet. We need 1,000, but we're going to be making 2 observatories up there and using that power. So cool. So they'll just be able to get on that. You know, do we need a roof? Let's see, how much is that going to cost us? 2x6. We need that, and we need a 2x4. Let's wait until we get the science, like the observatory going, because it's going to make so much science for us so quickly that we'll just be easily able to take care of that. All right, so this dude has no more work to do, so we're going to get rid of that. And now this is like, well, what do we do? Well, let's pull this up so it doesn't grow. We're not going to need it. We have so many other trees that we're able to farm right now, so we'll take that. And now this gives us all this area where we can just like work off of and build off of. So we're going to make this path out there. This is kind of, you know, clean as you go. So yeah, there we go. Clean that up. Let's see what other... Not monuments, but let's see. Decoration. How expensive are the shrubs? They're not very expensive. And beaver statues? Those are expensive. But we could definitely put a shrub in. That'll help make them happy. I'll spend 20 science. Some hammocks, some benches, 80, 120. Yeah, I won't spend that right now. But we can definitely go with a little shrub here, a little shrub here, a little shrub here, a little shrub here. And what that means is they're going to have some aesthetic. So when they sleep in these, they'll get some bonuses overnight. Look at all this planting. So much spatter dock. So now I think we can get rid of this path here. I don't see that it's needed. I'm going to get rid of that path. We're going to put in this other path here. And that allows them to get in and out of that last hut. So little house there. So how many houses did we put in here? Well, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We put in 12 houses, and they each hold 3. So that's like another 36 beavers. How amazing is that? So we're really going to have some beavers now. So with those coming in, as those get built, we're going to get more beavers. Luckily, we have started work on our industrial section. We're going to need these gears going because the next thing we need is water. We need to make sure that we have a good supply of water for these beavers. These small tanks are okay. They're not going to be good enough. Now, that said, we look at water. No, we need to go to storage. This medium tank, it's okay. It's pretty good. You know, this large tank is huge. We don't need that much for storing water. We also don't need to use the 80 planks, 60 gears, and 30 chunks of metal. But 30 and 20 is really good. And there's another way that you can also match these up so that you can kind of do the same thing. You can have a little platform and put like 4 of these together. And yeah, it's really, really tight, really concise, and doesn't take up a lot of space. So, but while they're working on all that, the next thing we need is bakery. We're gonna need 2 bakeries, and it looks like this is a good spot to put them. They're gonna be close to the warehouses. We can put another warehouse behind them, and we can put 2 in. So if we put 2 in, mark those as high priority. And then what I'm going to do is pause this. We're going to destroy this city center and move it over, I know, 1 square. I don't mind doing that. So we're going to demolish that. Yes. Put in a new district center. How do I want that facing? I think I want that facing away from this side of the map. And then we put in another road. And we're all set. So, yeah. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with cleaning up as you're going around, finding things that maybe fit in a little bit better, and then going from there. So it doesn't hurt this much. We have plenty of space that way. We got our lumberjacks here doing work. Check on this. Yep, that's our 6 beavers. So that's really good. I think next is we may want to think about a builder's hut. Like, why not? I mean, why not? Besides, it's 100 science that we don't really have, but that's okay. But look, you know, I should get better at marking out what I want for those. So let's pause this again. We're gonna demolish these post haste. And then while they're doing that, let's talk about trees. So we are gonna need some dandelions. We know that this guy can take up this whole area, so let's just put some dandelions, like maybe right in this area, because we missed out on that last time. So that's a good start. And then, like, we don't need a whole lot of dandelions right now, but at some point it will come in because we're going to need to make medicine out of it. Birch, like, it's such a useless tree. There's no point in using that. Pine's not great. We have some pine resin coming in, so the tapper shack, when it eventually gets built, will be fine. If we need more pine, we can, or pine resin, we can just, you know, demark some of these. Once we get some other wood coming in. You know, chestnuts are okay. Maple's really good. Oak is excellent. This might be a good time to start looking at what we can do with oak. So, I think I'm gonna let that be a road. So maybe we'll just put that road in right now. Then we kind of have this area we could make all dandelions. And now we're really set for dandelions. I'm gonna leave this open for like logging, because then we can get rid of these as well. So we'll have a loggers, what is this called? Lumberjack flag. So we'll do a lumberjack flag, a gatherer flag. That'll take care of all this area. These are getting rid of, so that's a good spot. Maybe even put like a teeth grinder or something. So oak. We don't get water in there, but we may have an option later. All right, so there's oak. We'll see what grows. We see what won't grow, and then let's go ahead and put in some maple as well. We'll just fill in this whole area. I don't see a problem with that. And since we can do blueberry bushes, why not replant the blueberry bushes and just maybe not all of it. Maybe not that one. Because that looks like a good spot for stairs as well. So we'll go ahead and set those up for removal and make that a high priority as well. So, and then we can put in some stairs here for later. And that gets us back up to here. So we're kind of walking around and having some of these areas put together. Again, I don't know if we're going to need a tapper shack. We're kind of limited to how far this water goes. I don't really want to do any irrigation right now. But once we start doing some irrigation, we could easily add more and more trees. Just depends on if we need it. We're gonna take this out for no reason other than I just don't like looking at it. Because we know this is coming out eventually. It's just a lower priority. Oh. They did build that up. You know, and as these trees, more and more of these trees get taken care of, we're gonna go to, yeah, so these are all set up for cutting. That's fine. And look, we're right here, able to get to a mine. We can do some gathering flags, get into this stuff. We have power. It's kind of being wasted, but there's not much we can do about that. Again, once we get this built, that's going to change how this water flows, because we'll get rid of these dams and we'll just kind of open up this sluice gate and let a little more water flow through here, which kind of will stop the other areas. We're also almost done with this path. Let's see. They're done with those, done with that, done with that. Here we go, just a little cleanup as we go. No point in using extra resources, extra CPU time for stuff we don't need and we'll never go back to. Looks like that one. There's a tree here. So we're going to go off for this path, but then on for that tree. And like, we'll let it grow. It's not hurting anything right now. And we'll just take that extra tree. Those grew in before we got the road in. Like, we got one more growing here. It's a good area. Maybe we can do some farming here. Who knows? Oh, look at this. We did one. We got rid of one because that's the only one they could reach. That's what I did. I did that there. Okay. So. That's okay. I mean, water flowing through here, some is better than none. Where makes sense to come through here? What spot? We're either going to build stairs or demolish something. I don't know. If I demolish that, then water's just going to flow through. I mean, we already have this demolished. I don't know how many more days until we finally see issues with bad tides coming in. So I'm not super excited about doing that. We can just build a stair. That makes the most sense to me. We'll just come off right there. Put a path in. And then they can get down there and take care of that. And we'll make that a medium priority. Planks are in short supply. Yeah, builder's hut. Builder's hut is the next thing that we really need. We'll bite the bullet. We'll take that 100 science. It is so important that we speed this process up. You know, our log storage is full. Gonna need paths across here. Maybe that's why they're not quite getting to that stuff, but we'll put in another gear workshop. We know we're gonna need it. It's gonna be powered. And let's talk about, let's see, gears, logs. So we're gonna need some storage up here. So we're gonna need a large pile. I don't like that this one is the only one that's running. We may put in a levee there at some point. So we're going to put in this large pile. We're going to set this up for wood. Then we're going to do another one. We're going to do a warehouse. Potentially. Oh, is that large pile? Can that only... No, it can be built on other things. So we could do a road here. Didn't really need to go all that way, but... So put a warehouse here and a warehouse there. What can these store? Well, they can store almost anything else. So you can see we have like pine resin and so many other things. that they build. It can hold gears, so gears would be good. The other one can hold planks, so gears in one. We're not quite to robots. Maybe paper at some point. We're not to paper yet. So this might be a thing that we've just built this, and it'll just be something to stay here until we actually need it. And the reason why I built it, even though we don't technically need it, is because I want to put another large pile. Or would it be more efficient? That's 1,000. We need gears, planks. It holds 1,800. This holds 180. Maybe an underground pile would be the way to go. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens when we get to this point. We still haven't had a drought yet. We're going to put this here and then stairs. Oh, we're making our way this way too. There we go. We got connections. They're not fully connected because we haven't built these yet, but they will be. You can already see where things are going. Oh, and now suddenly they can build some of this stuff. They're coming from the other way. There's no power here yet. You're wasting your time. Pause. You go somewhere else for now. Again, we really want to block some of these off. I may just block this off completely. I don't know. Like, I'm okay with that being stagnant. Block that off completely and then the water can go that way. Yeah, I'm going to change that to levees now that we have them available. I don't need water going through there. Right? We don't really need people walking through there, so just build those and we'll see what we get when that's done. So that's less water leaking out here. It can go that way or out the way this other way, which we'll be working on again at some point. We still haven't gotten a drought. I'm really surprised. Who has nothing to do in range? What are you supposed to be doing? You are a lumberjack. Alright, find another job. I mean, we are going to need metal at some point. We just don't quite need it yet. How's this looking? Oh, look at this. I'm getting some trees coming in. That is watered and healthy, so it actually worked. Here's another oak. So, basically, if there's even a hint of green, it can grow. So let's see if any of those take off. That one, yes. Those might be those might be the edge. So we kept them busy with tearing this out. We had some other stuff that they had to tear out. These, for instance. So we'll put this road in. Get to that. Yeah, we're looking good. You know, once we get to some dynamite and stuff, maybe that'll be a critical thing. We'll be able to look at other ways of doing some things. We're still... Oh, that's right. We need gears for the bakery. Pause that. We don't want to pause the building, but we do want to pause who's on it. So, let's see. High priority. Those. I mean, we're not doing bad. Let's check on our well-being. We haven't looked at that at all yet. So we have a few that are hungry, but, you know, they go home, they get some food at the end of the day. Same with thirst. Sleep. They should all be going to sleep. Nobody's homeless, so we actually have 2 beds still. Everybody has wet fur, so that's really good. They're eating some carrots. We don't have any sunflower seeds, so that might be something that, you know, they don't have to do anything to that. So you can see our food nutrition can go up. Rooftop terrace, that's coming up. We've not built any campfires. We need to do that. So maybe we should look at that. 2 campfires. Well-being. Campfire. They have to be built on the ground. But we can put one there. And look. Perfect spot for another one. So while that's not a city center, it's still a town center for these little guys living here. Yeah, a lot of hurry up and wait on this one. Look at our little aquatic guys just going. Got their spatterdock, their cattails. Oh, they got this tree, so we can change this path back out. See, those trees grew since I first marked them. That's what I'm saying when I tell you. Road will stop it. But that's about it. But they have to be mature, so these little ones shouldn't expand. These might. We'll go ahead and mark that just in case. So we have literally no water coming through these. There's zero coming through that. We're not in a drought. So I don't necessarily need these coming in. So what if we do this? see where this water path takes us. So we're stopping all water from going in here. This is flowing in this way. You can see it drop down and stopped flowing out here, which now means, where is it going? It's still going out this way again. Yeah, this is where I'm saying, I think now that we have the science, we don't necessarily need these dams. We can do floodgates and adjust this. We would prefer most of the water go this way anyway, because that's going to power. You can see now we have power. Oh, flooded building. Who's flooding? Yeah. Down here. Yeah, maybe if most of that water is going through here, that's going to be much more impactful. And now we're blocking this off. So, man, look how fast this is. All right, so our grist mill, easily going to be able to be used here. So let's talk about that. It's under food. Grist mill, 180. And we need gears. So we're just going to wait on that, but our grist mill is going to be powered by a water wheel. That water is going to go through here. We're just going to stop the water from here, so that increases the flow through here. These will be faster. This is still really good. It's, you know, restricted here, so you can just see how fast that's flowing. Like, we don't need the water to come in here. Oh, it did actually overflow this way, though. Okay, okay. So, you know what the fix is for this, don't you? Open this up, get a little more. Open this up, get a little bit more. So now most of the water will go this way, and hopefully these will do a little bit better. So this is just some management, and then we have 3 days to drought. Man, look at those swirling eddies. Nice. That's pretty good. You know, we're getting 103. One more, and then this will be gone. How's it looking over here? All right, so we stopped the flooding. This water's coming down. It's going around here, and everything is going through this channel. So our power output is going up so much. Look at this. That's amazing. So if we want to increase that, we can put some floodgates across here, restrict this output. Yeah, we still want some going, but we might not want all of that. So we may take out most of these and just leave like 2 for the overflow. And then that puts, autosave, that puts all the water going through here, which is much, much better for our power needs. Did our builder's hut get built? No. Let's prioritize that. Because that's going to help us with this other stuff. What's taking so long? Plank. Yeah, planks is our restrictor. Let's see. I'm going to change this. That and that. So all those are high priority now. It's going to build this up. We'll have our power going. That'll start getting plank production raised up. And then we'll have this just ready just in time for the drought. Yay. Which we will no longer have power going through there. That's okay. We'll see. You know, trees are happening. Watered and healthy. Hasn't planted that yet. I may dig that up at some point just so I can get through here. Maybe it makes sense to go up there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, the next thing will be capping some of these bad water sources off. We can either cap it off or use it. Either way. I'll make that high priority. Trying not to make too many things high priority. I am going to put in more floodgates here and here. But what we're going to do is we're going to pause them and deprioritize them. And the reason why we've done that once again is to synchronize all 4 of these together. So you can see they're all going together. So we will take advantage of that little exploit. Why not? So the question is, what are our haulers doing? Do we still we have a hauler? So yeah, we need some of these babies to grow up. And really, once we have the industrial up and running, then we can talk about getting those houses prioritized and built. I don't know that I like that road like that. Don't need that. Don't need any of that. Path. None of that. Oh. Couple more grew in. I love watching the way this turns green as it just kind of fluctuates. Goes up and down. Died. So if you notice, now that we have more water rushing through here, this is not that bad. Like, this isn't even killing the ground or anything. So these all died because it was nothing but bad water coming through here. Now that it's mostly good water, like, it's tainted, yes, but it's not enough to contaminate the ground. Let's take a look at this side. You can see this side, you know, it's so red compared to this. Like, yeah, it's gross. We wouldn't want to drink it, but that's working out really well. And then this here is pushing enough away. This might cause a problem if we do decide to restrict this a little bit more. But at least we have the dams, you know. I don't know that we'll be able to put any levees or anything to force it to go that way. But eventually, yeah. At least it's not killing the ground. It's not like super contaminated. It's contaminated, yes, but not super contaminated. So we're going into the drought. We do have another water wheel. I mean, it's just like wasted power, but we have so much power. And those aren't, that's not even connected to these two. We're gonna be in a really good position. Again, our biggest issue, we just don't have enough beavers. nobody can work. A few die of old age. Let's see, how many of these homes? So 6. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Yeah, I kind of want to do some extra little double ones. I think we could do some double ones over here. That might even be better. Like, if we think about this, like, yeah, we have all this stuff, but we could put a double here and it would hold more. It just means they have to go in, and that's okay. Let's try this and see what that looks like. We'll give this a little pause. We'll delete that. Delete that. So we have our houses. You know, we have the 4 that are double stacked anyway. Yeah, why not? So instead of, well, how many of these hold? 3? No. 3. 3. It doesn't matter. It holds the same as stacking them up. And that holds 9, but it's wider. It's 3 wide. Ooh. 20 logs. 12. So it does use less logs. Because we're doing 24 versus 20. So we'll go ahead and still do it. It's not that much of an improvement on this design, but it is an improvement. And we're just gonna let them keep going now that we've had that conversation. And boom. So yeah, they have to go into the center to get up to them. So you have 6 of them, they'll come up here and go down there. They can get into the warehouse, they can get into the food. Not that bad of a situation. Oh, what? Oh, that wasn't a drought, it was a bad tide. Oh no. .3 days. We may lose some stuff. Obviously it doesn't irrigate nearly as far. That says it's watered and healthy, so we're probably okay. But that was a big miss on my part. I thought it was a drought. I misread that completely. Okay, but it was the first one. So I decided to hold that thought. If you want to see if I survive this bad tide, you'll have to come back and see the next video. Thanks everybody. Thanks for joining me.